today, one of our first conversations that we want to talk to you about, since this is our first show, I always get asked, and I know, Nikki, people probably talk to you too and say, well, how do I start a business?
Oh, yes.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but it's just, I get that question so often. And to me, the answer is just do it. Just do it. But
get in where you fit in.
Right? So, but then, once you really get real, you really have to have a legal entity. You need to protect yourself personally for your business. And a lot of people don't realize that process, or in my opinion, they get got by these companies that'll say, oh, we'll set your business up for you. It'll be $500. And
yes. Yep.
I ain't got no pearls to clutch, but I will clutch my pearls if you paying that type of money for things that are free online.
Yes.
So today, what we're going to talk about is about, because I know people need to be handheld and everyone learns different, I want to show you guys something that will be very helpful, not just in starting a business, but maintaining a business and also with business credit. But what we're going to go over today is really just the beginning and the basics of how I start my business. So I'm going to get some things shared over here. Now, what I'm going to show you guys is a website that I've started to use. I love this website. It's called Navcom. Now, we will have a special link in our description boxes for Nav.com. You can sign up. What I'm showing you is free. They're not going to ask you for a credit card for the things that I'm showing you. You can sign up for a free account. It will take you through the process of how you start your business the right way. So after you have logged in, as you see here, this is the name of one of my businesses. So that's one of my online selling businesses, because I have a couple. So once you're logged in, you want to go all the way to the right and go to the Learn. This right here for me is the golden ticket. And then you go to a thing called Business Tools. Right underneath Business Tools is Business Launcher. So as soon as my computer act right, we're going to get to another screen. Let me know if you can see it, Nikki.
I can see it.
Okay.
See, it's small because I've already had my technical difficulties this
morning. Oh, yeah.
It's small on my phone. Let me see. There we go.
So looking here, you can see here, it starts with pulling up a full business report or personal full business credit report and a personal credit report. You can attach it to your business credit report and your personal credit report, and they will also help you with business credit. But you can also get alerts on your personal report, and this is all free. In fact, I just got an alert the other day letting me know that one of my cards had high utilization. I already knew that, but it's a good reminder for me to say, you know what? Maybe double up on that payment this month. I got a little bit extra. Let me double it up to help out my utilization rate. Then it shows you the next thing is establishing an legal entity for your business. Now, I've already done that, but I'm going to take you through the process here. So here it has, gives you all the steps. Register your business as a legal entity. Now, this is the part where I think people get stopped at, or the reason why they pay those companies
They don't know.
Yeah. All right. So just about every state is going to have some type of resource on their state website about businesses. And if you're lucky to live in the state I live in Virginia, you can do this you can register your business online, and you could literally be set up in less than 10 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah. Every state is different, because we know Pennsylvania is a little different.
It's me. Yeah.
Even I used to live in
available. Yeah. But you'll have to mail it in. Yeah, you have to mail in your signed copies for it to be official. And there's a cost to it as well. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, every state's gonna get their money.
Yeah,
they're gonna get their money. So you would select the state. Just because I already know a little bit, I'll go right to Virginia. Of course, I picked the one right at the bottom. So if you go to Virginia, it's going to take you right to that state's website. Yep, that's it. The SCC. Yeah, this is the exact page that you get started at. And here is an e-file. That's where I started. And it's for my state. It's simple. You just go on here, you choose the type of entity you are, you answer a couple questions. You are going to need an address and things like that. And then you pay your money, because every state wants their money. Mm-hmm. And you have a LLC or a corporation.
Yes.
It's really that simple. That's why it upsets me when I hear people say things like, oh, I paid $500, or there's people offering services to do this. I'm like, come on, that's just not right. So after you do that, go ahead, hon.
I wanted to say, if you think about it, if you're ready to go to this step to go into business, it pays for you to learn what you're doing, to do a little bit of research. Because if you decided that you want some sort of side hustle, you're offering a service or a product, knowing how to start the business as opposed to paying somebody to start it for you, that's valuable, because you're giving away your power when you do that. You're giving away your power because somebody has information. Now, if there's a special filing or something, maybe they don't give you that information, and then you're stuck, and then you get a note from Harrisburg, if you're in Pennsylvania, or from the state entity that says, hey, did you file your this, and this? Did you know you have to file quarterly taxes? Did you know this? And you're like, I didn't know anything. I just paid somebody. I got a package, and I went on about my business. And, we're all assuming that we're all going to be successful, right, to get to that level. So it's important to, even if you decide that you don't want the hassle of it, learn about it, just so you know, and you have that option. You give yourself that option to be knowledgeable about what you're going to go into.
Well, it's good to actually, even if you may not fully get it, to at least understand the process.
Yep.
That is so important, because for us, like, we got several businesses. I can't tell you how many times I have a couple things that I've already incorporated, and I'm not really technically using it much yet, because I want to hold on to it.
Yes.
Because I don't want no one else to take it. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, I got a couple things. Look, I got a couple things in my head right now of things I want to do. Some laws need to be changed in some places. But once they get changed, shoot.
That's true.
Okay.
And it's important to know about that type of stuff too, because depending on what kind of businesses you get into, your laws change, things affect your business. You need to know where to go to get that information, to get it from the horse's mouth, as opposed to relying on somebody else. So, that's just all in the part of deciding to be an entrepreneur or an entrepreneur, is learn how to research, learn how to find that information. I would say, and I know in Tiffany, most of the things that we have put our time into, we've spent hours researching that and the other, because mistakes can be expensive. So
That's a whole nother lesson.
That's a whole nother lesson. Expensive mistake.
Yo. Yes. Yes. Because let me tell you, one small thing. I made one error in the state of Virginia. Okay. I didn't file my employer tax. And the reason why I had an employee that was supposed to start and she never came to work. So I went through the process to get all set up, got my numbers. I was, I researched it, got my numbers, had everything set up so that I could be an employer, take the taxes out, send them to the state. Well, she never showed up. And I made the error of not filing 0.
Yes.
So come tax return time, our state income tax was held up.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my goodness.
And we got this letter. And I'm like, what are they talking about? Here I was thinking it was my husband, because, my husband has his own side business, and he has to send in sales tax. We both actually we don't actually now have to deal with much with sales tax anymore, because most of the platforms are taking the sales tax out and sending it. So I'm actually happy about that. So it's out of my hands, but I made a mistake, and when I called, here I was thinking it was my husband. No, girl, it was me. I had to walk back to my husband with my tail between my legs. Like, the reason why it was hold up is because of me. I'm sorry, you. And it was all because I didn't file the 0. So I had to go online, file 0. I had to pay a fee for a fine. Okay, I paid a fine. Now the fine was like $10. Okay, but then because I filed late and paid a fine, I got some extra fine on top of that I had to pay. That was like $20. So all because I didn't file something that said $0, it cost me $30 in my time.
Right,
and it made our state tax return come back late.
Well, I got a cautionary tale about using one of those services to help start your business. When I started my LLC, I won't use the name of the company, but it's a popular company that will do all the paperwork for you and do all the filing for you.
Does a lot of zooming.
Oh, yes. So the initial process was great. This is where the initial process was good, but it was all stuff that I could have done myself, and realized that because I had done it before in a previous business, and I was like, oh, they're not really doing that much more than I could have done for myself. The only thing that they offered, which I wanted, was a registered agent service, but you can even be your own registered agent if you want to.
I am.
You see what I'm saying? So we went through the whole year, and this is how they trick you up. So you sign your contract, you sign up for these services, and they put you on an auto. It's about reading the fine print too. And I should have paid a little bit more attention. But a year later, I get a debit out of my account for almost $400. And I was like,
no.
Yeah, see, nobody likes that. You get that alert. You just paid
$400.
$400. $400. And I don't care how rich you are, $400 hurts. I don't know. I just, I want to get to the point where $400 debit don't hurt, but that hurt. $400. So I'm like, who is billing my account?
You're like,
that's what I'm tapping on the computer. I'm like, who is billing my account for $400? I'm like, so I go and I see it's this company. I said, okay, I did not sign up for another year of service for these people, so I don't know why they are charging me. So I go and I call customer service, and I said, yay, you guys charge me. What's this all about? And they said, oh, well, we charge you for new registered agent service. And I said, well, I don't want it. And now, how they get you is in the beginning, it's only a fraction of that, and you can pay in installments. But when it's the next year, it's the full amount, and it just comes, and they just take it because they have your credit card information on file. And I said, well, I don't want the service, take it off. And they said, oh, we can do that, no problem, ma'am. But first, you have to file with the state, and you have to say that we are no longer your registered agent. Then you have to send us a screen. Now, this is where Pennsylvania sucks at a little bit, because I had to download a form, change my registered agent service, and then I had to put myself as registered agent, because that's what I ended up doing, and send it to Harrisburg. I had to wait for Harrisburg to get it. I sent it registered mail too. Like, I make sure I know when they get this. I sent it to Harrisburg. I had to wait 2 weeks. Then I got my letter or email that said, okay, we have it changed. I had to go to the website, screenshot it, then send it to that company. And then finally, I think I had to wait 7 days, and then they gave me my money back. But if you think about the downtime of not having my $400, that was a good 3 weeks.
To know that that's the process, you know how many people they're getting?
Yes, they're getting tons of people.
Because I know people, and I'm married to one, that would be like, oh, just F it. I ain't doing all that.
Yes, because who has the time, right? Because if you're living your life, you're taking care of your kids, you're running your businesses, particularly if you're doing active businesses where you're going out every day and stuff. You don't have time to be sitting there downloading forms, doing this, screenshotting stuff, sending stuff, waiting for it to show up online. I mean, it was a hassle, but $400, I'll do that.
Oh, I know you did it for the $400. Oh, girl, I know you did.
I was like, they ain't getting me twice. But
$400?
$400, yeah. I was upset.
Girl. So basically, they just making money off of the registered agent service. Girl, we got another business. Look.
Yes. Yeah, exactly, right? But there was user error on my part because I didn't read the fine print when I signed up the year before. But it's kind of sneaky because most companies, when they're going to bill you like that, they send you an email and say, hey, by the way, your thing is ending and we're going to bill you your $400 just to let you know. They didn't send me no email.
Nope. Nope.
They just took the money.
They didn't even send you a receipt, I bet.
Barely. But that's all about being a knowledgeable entrepreneur. And I don't want to scare people like it's like that. I mean, for the most part, starting a business is simple, but do the research. This NAV program is awesome, and I wish I'd have known about it before so I could use it. Now, if I start something else, I'm going to NAV.
Actually, that's what I'm doing because it's all right here. So I want to go back and share the rest. So we already talked about registering with your state, right? Yes. That's one part. The next part, you gotta get an EIN number.
Yes.
EIN number, that's your employer identification number. The reason why you need this, if you want to go to the bank, you gotta have an EIN number.
Yes.
No bank, okay, is going to open up an account for you without having that documentation.
Yes.
Okay? And we know. You know why we know? We used to work at banks.
We used to work at the bank. That's right. Yep.
I can't tell you. There's been several times going way, way back when I used to work in the branch. I'd have a person show up, say they want to open a business account. I had a person that had a check made out to their business name. And they had no paperwork for their business.
Yes.
And I was like, well, they're like, well, I want to put it in my account. I was like, you can't. You got to put this in your business account.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I need to open one of them. Okay, so do you have your articles of incorporation? Your EIN number? They looking at me like I'm talking French, like parlez-vous français? Because to them I was. But yeah, the EIN number, and let me just explain to everybody, just so y'all can understand, to get your EIN number, it's free.
Free.
It's free.
Yep.
And you get it instantly.
Yep.
Okay? So the way they got it already set up here. So you click on to get your EIN number. You actually got two ways. You can go online and fill out the form online. If you are a paper person, you can just download the form, fill it out, and send it in. Now, I'm not a paper person, but some are. You can do it that way. You go right to the form. I'm going to show y'all what the form is. It's the SS4. Okay, I know this stuff by heart because I've done it so many times. Right? So you go. It takes you right. Look at that. See, it takes you right to the IRS website. And the IRS, with the way they have things set up, I like how they have some questions here for you. So so that you understand what you're doing. And then you just go click apply online. And then you begin the application and start answering questions. When you're done, you get a printout.
Yeah.
You know, and you get an option to, because if anyone ever has an option to send it to me, I always take that option and I download it. So that way I get double, you know what I mean? Keep that form in a secure place. I got EIN numbers all over the place, okay?
Yeah.
And then, so the last thing that people forget about, I think, is Dun Bradstreet. Dun Bradstreet, that's where people always talk about your DUNS number. And by the way, let me tell y'all again, you get this for free.
Yes.
You don't pay to get a Dun Bradstreet number. Now, what will happen, because actually this happened to me, after you're established and you actually go through the legal process to establish a legal entity, get your EIN number, and maybe get some type of business credit, a Dun Bradstreet number is automatically created for you. You just have to go on their website and claim it. I actually, for this particular business, when I needed to check on a couple things, I already had a Dun Bradstreet number because I had a business credit card.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
And so I never even had to apply for one. But some people, according to what business you're in, you may need one. I know with one of the real estate businesses that we were doing, you had to have one.
Right.
Because they do that as a way to check your business credit. Now,
what's the difference, or are they similar? The NAICSS numbers and the DUN, are they similar?
Those, are you talking about the numbers that that categorize your business?
Yes, like they'll ask you for, like, when you're doing taxes and stuff when you're from.
Now, what that number does, and this is just like a FYI, it's a way to give a category to your business. So if you are a cleaning service, they'll have a number for a cleaning service. Then they'll have one for janitorial. That's more commercial. Okay. Then they'll have one for residential. Then if you say retail, then they break that even down more. Are you wholesale? Are you liquidation? Then they'll even break down of what you sell, because I can tell you in my state, farming and petroleum have a lot of rules. So they need to break down what you're doing so they can make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do. Okay. Right. But that's those numbers. And that's more just as part of a registration, but more of telling them this is the type of business that I'm going to be doing. Okay. Yeah.
So that would be different from your Dun & Bradstreet number.
Exactly. So your Dun & Bradstreet number is I kind of look at it as your credit report number for your business. Okay. So having that number is like, it's an identifier for your business. Okay. And it's really just used for establishing credit, really. Okay. And it also, I believe it also gives you like a little legitimacy in business.
Yes. Oh, definitely. Okay.
You know, so right here, it says register your business with Dun Bradstreet. So right here, click on register for a DUNS number. Look,
and this is all free.
Look how simple. Look how simple. Yeah. And what's really funny is the way they have it set up. It looks at where you're logging in from and see if there are businesses that haven't like been claimed. So you may already have your business. So like if you've done all these processes, like if it's been a year and you have a bank account, you probably have either like a secured credit card or a credit card for your business. You already have a Dun Bradstreet number. Never pay someone for that. Never pay someone for that. You know, and I've told people that, and I've had people be mad at me because like I've been on, you know, I'm on different groups and things like that, like, you know, Facebook and LinkedIn. And I've had to tell people, like, I'll message someone privately and say, because I've had to tone myself down online, but I'll message someone privately and be like, here's this link. This will show you everything you need to do. Don't pay anyone to do this.
Right.
You can do it yourself if you want to take an hour out of your day, and not even an hour. You know what I mean? But if you want to follow it. So that's really what we're going to talk about today with Nav. You're going to hear us and see us refer to nav.com all the time, because I think nav.com has very good resources for business owners. And a lot of times as a small business, we don't have the same resources as these large corporations.
Right.
You know, if I have a question about something, I can't just call so-and-so from personnel or the legal department and say, I got this letter. What does this mean? What do we need to do? No, it's just me, myself, and I. That's all I got.
Well, that's where all the hats. Your HR, your personnel, your marketing, your everything.
Everything.
So you gotta learn what resources are worth your time, and because there's some things you're gonna have to spend money on eventually, but stuff like this, to find a free resource that will do all this for you, that's invaluable.
Who are you telling?